Good morning, my cup of tea nation. It is Sunday morning, and you know what that means. It is time for this week's Roundtable. Good morning, my cup of tea nation. Tyrone Broxton here. And before we get into this week's question, I do have a major announcement for everyone. As you may have recognized yesterday on LinkedIn, I announced formally the introduction of my cup of tea resumes. As many of you have followed me, you've seen for the past several months, I've been giving a lot of phenomenal resume advice that many of you have liked, you've commented on, so forth, so on. I'm going to continue to do that. Everyone knows as well the My Cup of Tea article that a lot of folks have really been utilizing in my job, which is still the case. I still am an executive recruiter by day, so don't get it twisted. Just something additional I'm adding to the arsenal with my cup of tea resumes. Nonetheless, how to build your resume like a bacon cheeseburger has been a big deal, and a means of which I express and tell a lot of folks of how they can enhance and advance their resume so that they can get a phone call and not end up in a black hole. Well, obviously, I've been doing this for quite some time now. 3 years as an executive recruiter, 7.5 years as a service academy diversity admissions officer, and I've seen a lot of resumes over the years, and I've decided, you know what, it's time to maybe help folks get it, because some folks, even with the articles, even with the post of advice, they still don't get it, and their resume really still has not been enhanced. So instead of me telling you what you can do, I'm not even going to tell you what you can do. We're going to work together, and I'm going to actually help do it for you. So please go to our Facebook page where all the information is available for My Cup of Tea resumes. It's facebook.com/My Cup of Tea resume. So please like the page. All the information you need there, pricing and whatnot. The initiative is not for you to go broke. Okay, the initiative is to help you. So the pricing is extraordinarily inexpensive at a various with 3 various levels for you to choose from, depending on how many years of experience that you have as a professional. So please check that out. Again, My Cup of Tea resumes, facebook.com/My Cup of Tea resumes. Now to this week's question. As you know, if you follow this weekly Ties Weekly Roundtable, it's a question that I pose to hiring managers and also targeting HR leaders. And this week's question is relatively simple. Now, for you to comment, I want you to go to www.linkedin.com/n/Tyrone Broxton, or you can comment on the YouTube channel at youtube.com/ well, actually, you need to search it because I don't have a URL just yet. So search it, which is My Cup of Tea, Tyrone Broxton's My Cup of Tea. You can search that on YouTube. You'll go directly to the channel if you don't know that already. And please subscribe, by the way. Please subscribe. All right, now to this week's question. So a lot of individuals that I communicate with who are HR leaders, whether they be generalists all the way up to your CHROs, it seems like they have a bone to pick. And with all due respect to you CFOs and general counsels out there, it seems as if many HR leaders are not too particularly keen about reporting into a CFO and or a general counsel, to name 2 instrumental leaders within an organization. I kind of want to get a little bit insight as to why that is the case. Why CFOs and general counsels, not necessarily the type of individual that you would like to report to. A lot of folks prefer to report directly into HR, or maybe a CEO or president, someone of that clout. So again, to the question, why do HR leaders not necessarily care to report to CFOs and or a general counsel, to name a couple of figureheads that seem not to get the love from the HR managers when it comes to the reporting structure? Just want to get a little bit of insight as to why folks think that way. I think it'll lead to a phenomenal discussion, which of course can be had again on the YouTube channel at search Tyrone Broxton's My Cup of Tea, or directly on the LinkedIn page, of course, right above. You can make a comment from the question at linkedin.com/n/Tyrone Broxton. As always, it's okay to agree to disagree, but let's keep our comments professional. So dialogue, not drama. For those of you in the market still looking for new work, I encourage you, keep the faith, don't give up, and keep knocking. Until next week, I'm Tyrone Broxton, and I'll see you on the other side of the keyboard.